Welcome to the Pathways to Wholeness podcast. I'm Michael Warmoth, and I thank you for joining us for this next episode of meditative teaching. Please note that these meditations were recorded in a tropical environment with the windows and doors open, so you will hear birds and other sounds in the background. Try not to let them distract you from the words. Okay, let's just settle in, relax, maybe take a few breaths and just listen to the music before the teaching starts. In this moment, as in every moment, we have choices before us. We have the choice of whether we are going to put our faith and trust in the truth and the infinite presence within us, or whether we are going to put our faith and trust in the ego and control. The other choice we have is where we are going to focus our attention. Going to focus on the truth, on the present, on what is? Or are we going to let our thoughts be the focus, the thoughts and distractions of the ego? It seems like the two choices are really one. But if we dwell on the idea of choices, we can still remain distracted. But the first choice, the choice to trust, And the truth opens the way for making the second choice to become present and to dwell on and in the truth. The purpose of our practice is to clarify and make those choices. To practice the skill of becoming present, changing our state from the dissociation of control and the ego, and moving into presence, becoming present, letting go of the effort of dissociation. It is likely that we are not aware of the effort that it takes to hold ourselves outside of the truth, as separate from the truth. But it does require effort. It is an act of will to go against our natural impulses. We must remember that connection with the truth, presence, is our natural state. It is how we are made to be. But through the conditioning of the years and traumas and other issues from the past, the present, the natural, authentic experience of ourselves became unsafe, and we needed a way to protect ourselves. And to control ourselves. Now, we are here to return to our natural, authentic state. We may not be conscious of how much we have longed to return, to come home. But we may recognize in our life how we have been searching for home all along. Been searching for peace, searching for happiness, searching for a way to feel good within ourselves and about ourselves. But we were looking outside for the solution. And now we know the only answer to our quest is to return to our authentic, natural self. And that requires that we make a decision, a conscious choice we are only interested in the experience of this moment, however it appears. We are only interested in the experience of this moment and becoming familiar with ourselves and what we are doing to separate ourselves from the truth, from our authentic self, because it is an effort on our part. And as we become present, we begin to experience that effort, which appears as resistance and tension and holding, as distraction in the mind. And when those distractions appear, it is time to make a choice again. It is important to remember that what lies underneath that effort is the fear of the experience of our authentic self. That fear originated as a fear of our strong feelings that were a reaction in response to our situations. And it was made very clear that our strong feelings were not welcome, that we were welcome when we fit in, did the right thing, were good by whatever definition. And so, when we begin to surrender control, that fear arises again. That fear that our authentic self will be out of control and something terrible will happen. And strong feelings may arise. Feelings that have been hidden and suppressed and denied. Responses to our betrayal and whatever else happened. But we are not dependent children anymore. Our survival does not depend on suppressing our natural, authentic self. And so, Let us give up the search for happiness and peace and home outside of ourselves. Let us turn within. Let us be willing and open to experiencing ourselves as deeply as possible. For what is within us is the infinite consciousness, our true home is that. What is within us is the peace of knowing a perfect and divine creation. What is within us is the loving light of the presence and power of that infinite consciousness, known as spirit, the energy of creation. That is what calls to us. That is what we long for. Let us resist it no longer. We only need to let go of protecting ourselves. Let go of our fear and to dedicate ourselves to the experience of this moment. This choice is always before us. And the more often we choose it, the easier it becomes. There is nothing that can stop you from changing the focus of your attention to the present. Your own mind is your only opposition. But the ego is not who you are. It is not a power in your life. It is a choice. The choice of control. The choice of using our will and effort to deny and suppress our authentic self. Let us choose in every moment the truth and the authentic natural self. That is how we come home. That is where peace lives. Thank you for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you'd like more information on these meditations and teachings, visit pathwaystosurrender.com. You might be interested in our other podcast, Pathways to Surrender. These are guided meditations designed to support you in letting go of whatever tensions or false ideas you might be holding about how things really are, and reaching a state of peace and surrender. That's Pathways to Surrender. Look for the next episode soon. We're uploading them every couple of days. See you next time.